What's up, guys? Jacob Barnhill with the Barnhill Team at eXp Realty. Today, I want to talk about the infamous question that I find a lot of people don't actually understand all the ways, and a lot of people don't understand how at all real estate agents get paid. So we're going to talk about how that works today. There's actually multiple different ways, and we're going to talk about all of them. So the number one way that agents usually get paid is via commission. Okay. So in order for you to receive a commission is usually at the consummation of the sale at closing, and you've received a commission that was based on a percentage of the sales price. Now, typically the commissions have varied honestly over time, but for the most part in our market here in Columbia, South Carolina, and many other markets, it is common to see a 6% listing fee for the sale of a home. Okay, now that 6% will be shared between two agents. If that 6% is offered up, 3% to the listing agent, 3% to the agent who brings the buyer, okay, then if that listing agent actually works with the buyer, in a lot of cases, depending on the listing agreement that is there may be the ability for that agent to receive both sides of the commission. Most consumers and clients that we've worked with have said, hey man, if you can make more, that's awesome. Like, there are benefits, but there are also some things you want to be aware of. We're not going to go into that. I personally don't like doing what we call dual agency. I would rather give someone the the buyer on my team and I still represent the seller. That's my preferred method, so we can have two different minds working for separate people, for separate parties. I think it's the best. So without going into all that, that's one way that agents can get paid is via commission. Typically we see 6%. We have seen a squeeze on commissions. Some of this has been coming from the way the market's been selling and some of the bigger companies that are out there with reduced fees and things like that. So we have seen reductions in those commissions. We've also seen a lot of flat fee brokers. So we've seen flat fee brokers. We're seeing people that might offer, just a flat fee. It doesn't matter what they sell the property for. They're going to collect maybe, just X amount for selling the property. Okay. Then another way that we agents may be able to get paid is via a retainer. Sometimes agents may take a portion of the commissions up front. I've never done that, but that is an actual way for you to uh, collect a fee is actually by doing it via uh, uh, a fee up front, some type of retainer as we get started. So I've heard of people doing it. We've never done it that way. There's also fees that can be charged. Sometimes agents will ask to be paid for their time to draw up a CMA. So I've seen people do it for a flat rate for 100, 150. I've seen $300 to do that, to take time to go actually get you a valuation of your home. It's not an appraisal, but it would be a comparative market analysis if you were really curious and wanted to get one of those. I've seen agents charge for things like that, a service fee, if you will. Some agents will charge, and teams might charge a transaction fee, an admin fee, if you will. There's a lot of companies that charge those types of things. So there's a lot of ways for agents to get paid that way as well. So there's a lot of creative ways that a lot of agents actually are not aware of to be able to structure into the deal. For example, when I'm working with a buyer sometimes and they're interested in a for sale by owner, I'll approach the for sale by owner and I'll ask them if they are interested in paying half of the commission that they otherwise would be paying if they would allow my buyer to write an offer on the property. And usually if I'm bringing them a pre-qualified buyer, they have somebody who's going to facilitate writing the contract, they're happy to pay half the commission that they normally would because they won't have a listing agent. They're only going to pay my commission. My buyer won't have to pay it. So that's just one of the ways, without getting too deep, that we're able to kind of bake in that commission. So commissions are never set. That's my disclaimer. Everything is negotiable. all fees and everything always. That's the way it's required to be. There's actually a disclosure about that you're actually filling out in the agency forms, at least here in South Carolina. It is different in every state. It's going to be different in each market, and it's also going to be different with each business with the agents. So that's probably why it's so confusing, I think, to a lot of the consumers, is they don't really know because everyone's different and it really wasn't explained to them, right? So because we see so much, especially recently, in variable commissions, we will disclose upfront with buyers and sellers to make sure they understand. And sometimes, depending on the transaction, they could actually change once we identify a property. So we want to make sure that before you guys sign anything, and of course before you start working with us, that you understand the commission fee structure that you're getting into. And we actually have lots of options for this too, depending on what you're trying to do. So it can be kind of like a tool belt, depending on the solution that makes sense for you. But most people are doing it on a percentage commission basis. And again, those can change depending on the deal and the situation. So we want to make sure we do those consultations with you. We want to explain all that, so you guys are fully aware of what is going on. And then if any of that changes or certain things arise throughout the transaction, you know what you're signing for. Be sure you know what you're signing for when you do go to sign that purchase and sale, and that you're aware of the commission being offered. One, you want to make sure your agent's getting compensated. For those of you that know the work that we put in, and you want to make sure your agent's getting compensated. And for those of you that are very money conscious and you want to make sure that there's not anything in addition that's due to you, you want to review or have your agent review before you're signing these contracts to purchase homes, uh, before you have any wet ink to paper or the digital signatures or whatever. Know what you're signing. So anyway, that's a basic rundown today of how do agents get paid. There's actually a lot of different ways. Your agent should be able to explain that really well. If you guys like the comments below, if you like this video, hit the comments. If you guys like these videos, like and subscribe, please. Of course, if you guys know anybody that looking to buy or sell in Columbia, we find great agents for people all across the country as well. Please reach out to us. We're happy to help. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.